The doomer meme is a stark symbol that represents Generation Z's spiraling epidemics of loneliness, hopelessness, depression, and anxiety. The doomer is someone who has abandoned all hope and spends his days sitting in his room, reliving past friendships, breakups, and memories of happier times, all while drinking and smoking his way into a purgatory-like existence. His lifestyle represents that of nihilism, the belief that life is meaningless, although it isn't surprising he believes this. The doomer believes, like many of Generation Z, that he has grown up in a world where social media, rising living costs, and the abandonment of tradition has alienated him from a meaningful existence. The doomer trap is a descent into apathetic nihilism and a renunciation of responsibility for one's own life. There is no arguing that the doomer may feel justified in feeling this way. However, this philosophy and apathy traps the doomer in purgatory, never truly living a good life, but one only of dread and despair unless he takes his own. But taking one's life, I would argue, is out of the question, as it utterly destroys the lives of the people close to you. Even if you are totally alone, the fact that you struggle is what gives you the right to help others with their same suffering, which gives you meaning and purpose. I always find that listening to others' experiences with depression, nihilism, and anxiety is what allows me to see the light at the end of the tunnel of my own struggles, and realize that struggling together can bring meaning to both our lives. In fact, watching doomer meme videos is often a way for us to feel better about our own doomer tendencies. So the question is, what action can we take to escape the trap the doomer falls into? Jean-Paul Sartre was a 20th century philosopher who spoke upon the doctrine of existentialism. In his words, a doctrine that makes life possible. Existentialists and nihilists share similar beliefs about the lack of capital and meaning in life in the form of God and the point of the universe. However, existentialists believe that an individual can create his own meaning in face of this. Sartre writes, "Man exists, turns up, appears on the scene, and, only afterwards, defines himself. We are all thrown into the world. We didn't ask to be here, yet it is now our responsibility to define ourselves in a way that contributes to our own subjective meaning. This responsibility to define ourselves does not evaporate if we choose to ignore it." Sartre makes it clear in saying, "I can always choose, but I ought to know that if I do not choose, I am still choosing." The doomer spends the same 24 hours a day as everyone else, but instead of choosing a metaphorical hill to walk up, he spends his days drinking, masturbating, and aimlessly floating through life, which is still a choice. If we need to make a choice then, it makes sense to choose the good. Good being defined as moving up Maslow's hierarchy of needs, first by securing for ourselves physiological needs, then our safety needs. The doomer stays locked on this second rung, unable to secure for himself friendship, intimacy, or connection to other human beings. This is a hard transition from safety needs to feeling love and belonging. Social media in modern life has alienated vast swaths of the population and has ironically made life harder to connect. However, the doomer does not help himself with this transition. Since the doomer does not aim for the good, it is hard for anyone to take an interest in a person that is characterized by apathy. Jordan Peterson commented on this during his book tour, saying that instead of asking how to find the perfect partner, which is uncontrollable, focus on being the perfect partner, as that will make it more likely that you will find a good partner. This applies to every facet of life. To get a better job, focus on being the best worker you can be. To make better friends, be someone that is out in the world doing. People that are moving up in the world attract others around them. This is hard work. However, by picking up our suffering and moving forward, we might have a chance of a meaningful existence. We all know the experience of flow, when we feel totally immersed in presence and out of thought. A fundamental characteristic of flow is finding challenge, contrasted with the doomer's life of comfort. The irony is that a life of finding challenges creates an easy life, while the doomer's life of comfort creates a hard life. I relate to the doomer, as I believe many of you watching this do too. I've been in dark places where I feel angry at a universe I did not want to be thrown into. However, I am now here. There seems to be only two choices: devolve into apathy, which is certain to turn my life into hell, or aim high, and see if I can find my own meaning that can help me bear the fundamental suffering of life. Comment below if you agree, disagree, or have any thoughts on the matter. Thank you for watching.